Hello, and welcome to Diablo 3 Status Update, episode number 4. Today is Sunday, February 26th, 2012, and today I'm going to talk about the chat room issue, and more bits and pieces, thoughts about the release, when it's coming out, etc., random banter, blah blah blah. Obviously, the video game being played in the back is the closed beta of Diablo 3. It is some barbarian footage. Thank you to my friend ZK Innocence for sending me that wonderful video footage that I could cut and narrate. But anyway, moving right along, the first thing I want to talk about is public chat. Now, Deity's blog made a post about this, and it's something that I too have been thinking about for a decent period of time. It's something I was thinking about when Bashiok announced that there was public chat. See, for a while everyone thought that there was going to be no public chat in Diablo 3, and people in the StarCraft community, I actually went on Live on 3 as a guest, on Live on 3. It's an esports show run by DJ Wheatster, Scoots, and Slasher. And on the show, I actually addressed it, and he said, by he, I mean Scoots and Wheat, one of the two, were talking about how upset people were about trade, and how people were, or not trade, but chatting, and people were concerned in the StarCraft community that StarCraft was going to lose chat channels because it was part of Battle.net 2.0, and one of the things I said while I was on the show was, no, there's no way that's going to happen. This is part of StarCraft 2, and the reason that it's not going to be in Diablo is because Diablo relies on the real money auction house as a source of revenue. So they all sort of took nod, and they didn't criticize it. It didn't sound like I had a tinfoil hat on. It was just, it's straight up, it's what's going on. It's why they don't want trade chat. And the funny thing was, within an hour of me saying that on their show, Bashiok made the post that said that they were going to have public chat in Diablo 3. So good. But anyway, and it's one of those things that, let's see, Deity says, Blizzard listened to us, we get public chat, and now I can trade items with other players, and I don't have to worry about using the real money auction house. Now, a lot of peoples are sort of saying that about it. Officially, Blizzard's stance is that from the get-go, they were going to have public channels, and that Bashiok misspoke or forgot to include that little detail, little things like that. It had nothing to do, nothing to do with the public pressure coming down on Blizzard from various groups that were pretty pissed off about the fact that their game was not going to have public chat. Moving right along, Deity says that it's interesting that they're going to have it, but they're going to try to make it extremely difficult for people to trade without using the real money auction house. One of the ways they can do this is actually by making it so that you can't name your games, which is something that they do in StarCraft 2, and part of the Battle.net 2.0 system is that you don't name your games. Your game's just there, and it would be something like username's game or such and such's game, and it wouldn't have any names, which means it's not a forum to trade in, or no item is advertised to be traded or to be purchased. And you can do that. Another thing they could do is just take away a trade feature, make it so that you'd have to drop your item on the ground and then go and have the person buying your item come pick that item up, and that person would have to drop the gold. So it would be very insecure, and if Blizzard could create the system that was extremely insecure, then people would be less likely to try to circumvent the real money auction house and use gold, because they run the risk of losing all their shit. So the next thing that I'd like to talk about is what's going on the Diablo 3 website. Well, on the Diablo 3 website, we have skill and rune changes, the Portrait of a Champion contest, like on the last episode, new Diablo fan art, and Diablo 3 in development class skills. Now, each of these individual topics are not really important. In fact, they're not really important at all. There's no real useful information to be gained from Diablo 3 class skills in development, the new Diablo fan art, the Portrait of a Champion contest, or the Skill and Rune Changes threads. The Skill and Rune Change is kind of worthwhile, but most of those are just bullshit fluff. It's bullshit fluff, nothing to do with the release date, nothing to do with actual content of the game, nothing to do with really anything except Diablo 3 as a whole. And the reason that it's important that I mention all these things is that they do have to do with Diablo, and Blizzard has pumped out these 4 articles in the course of a week, I believe. Yeah. Or within the course of 8 days, there have been 4 new articles on the Diablo 3 website. Valentine's Day had 1, 2, and then 4 days earlier there was 1, and then 1 day before that there was an article. There's 2 articles the day before that, and then 2 days before that there was another article. So Blizzard is releasing a lot of information right now, and it's just leading us in the direction of a release date. So thanks for watching. You can catch me next time, probably on this coming Thursday or Friday, and thanks again. Bye-bye.